20 Treasures. Kirsty Early from the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Glasgow talks about the smallpox vaccination register from 1801 to 1802.
We at the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Glasgow nominated the smallpox vaccination register that we have in our heritage collection. And we nominated this because it's a really unique heritage item, not only for Glasgow but for Scotland, because it sheds light on Scotland's public health history, showing a really more human side to what is a medical heritage collection, which can be very clinical and very just not relatable at all on a personal level. The register also highlights a time in our history that is very relatable to today. So a time where people were encouraged to get vaccinated, something that we've all gone through recently, not only for their own health, but for the health of others. So that's why we nominated the item. So the register just, on plain terms, looks like an old book, quite large, one that you'd maybe have on your coffee table. And in the register is contained just a list of names, kind of something that you might see in similar archival records like censuses or marriage certificates as well. So it's a list of names dating from 1801. And these names are all the names of patients that received a smallpox vaccine through the college, which set up one of the first ever in the United Kingdom public vaccination programs for smallpox. So it's a list of names in this book, as well as the names of the patient's parents, because a lot of the time these patients were infants, so only a couple of months old, as well as where they were from, and also other information like the occupation of the parents and information on the vaccine itself. So this was really early days of vaccination. So 1801 is only a few years after the discovery of the first vaccine by Edward Jenner in 1796. So it was still really experimental. But the college set up this public programme in order for people, some of the poorest in the city, to come and get free healthcare, free vaccines. So they were really kind of meticulous in keeping track. So it was quite scientific at a time where the scientific side of medicine and surgery wasn't really well understood. So in 1801, the college here in Glasgow opened up one of the very first vaccine centres in the United Kingdom, so vaccinating thousands of local people against smallpox in the 19th century. So smallpox was really one of the most widespread diseases during the 18th and 19th centuries. And the college was the only professional medical body to deliver a public vaccination programme, with the poor of the city being vaccinated for free. So it provided this vaccination service until 1896. So 2 members of the college were delegated to administer vaccines each Monday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And that is when people would come in and get their vaccinations against smallpox. So in the first 5 years of the programme, about 10,000 people were vaccinated. So Dr. Robert Watt's mortality statistics for Glasgow, published in 1813, which was basically just public health statistics, showed that the percentage of those children under 10 dying from smallpox fell from 19% in the period 1783 to 1800 to 6% between 1800 and 1812. So this was directly impacted by the vaccine programme. So the register is of local and national significance, I think, because smallpox affected not only the citizens of Glasgow, but people all across Scotland, all across the United Kingdom, similar with other public health problems that we've had as a nation. So it is really significant in that way because the register gives us information on a really human viewpoint of a part of history that we can relate to today, and shows how innovative Scotland was and always has been with regards to public health. You know, the list is endless with, inventions that Scotland or Scottish people have done, but that is really quite a long list when you look at medicine and surgery alone. So it's something that is significant locally to the people of Glasgow, because it happened there, but also nationally too. Something to be proud of, and something definitely to be treasured by the nation.
For more information, visit www.scottisharchives.org.uk/treasures.